Yes! We are back for the second episode of Rambling Rants by me, Blaze. I gotta say, that first episode, it went really well and I was happy with it. And I'm excited to be doing another one. And I'm gonna keep doing them. I'm gonna be keeping doing them. Say that. I'm gonna be keeping doing them every week. I'm gonna be keeping doing them every week. For me and for all of you. And if you listen to my first one, you're listening to this one. If you listen to my first one, you're listening to this one. Awesome. I could be a rapper, guys. I could totally be a rapper. I'm so flow with my words. Just how they roll, just how I say stuff, they just roll off my lips, off my tongue, off my lips. No, that'd be horrible. I can't even barely talk. But thank you for tuning in for the second episode. It's been a week already. And I know I'm updating my thing. I said I'd release them every Monday, but you know what? We're figuring it out as we go. All of us. We're all figuring this out as we go. So I'm going to change it to, I'm going to release them every week. And who knows, it might land on a Monday, but it might not, because I'm a busy guy. Your guy over here doing this podcast that you're listening to is a busy guy. So, but I will release one every week, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. So I should have said that in the first place instead of saying I'd release them every Monday. That was dumb of me. But you know what? That's not the dumbest thing I've done. Even today, I've done dumber things about an hour ago. But anyways, how's everyone's week? Good. Mine was good. It was great. It's Wiseguys opened up, Comedy Club. It was good. Finally fucking got to do a set last night after a month and almost 2 months. Almost 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. It's been probably a little more than 2 months. And it felt good. And your boy went up on stage and did really well. And I was happy with it. You know, it's good to, because it would have sucked, you know, if I went up on stage and just bombed, you know, after 2 months not doing it and then just going up and bombing. But you know what? It wouldn't have hurt because I give a shit, but at the same time, I tell myself I don't give a shit about a singular set. I care about the whole picture. But yeah, it was good having Wiseguys open last night. I really look forward to going and doing my set all day yesterday, and it was weird. It was it's definitely different with all the damn CDC rules in place, and the crowd definitely wasn't as big as it usually is. I think we probably had 50 or 60 people come out, and you know, you can't sit close together with like a group of people. I mean, they had you know, don't sit here on tables, so they kind of scouted everyone out, and it was, oh, and then, you know, when you walk in, they took your temperature, and I thought I didn't think I was gonna be able to pass the temperature, not because I'm sick, just because I'm hot. I'm always hot. But I passed because I'm hot on the outside, but I'm not hot on the inside, if you get what I'm saying. 98.4. And I think that's perfect, actually. But yeah, it was great. Walked right into Wiseguys, got my temperature checked, passed. Only thing I've passed in a long time. And 5 seconds of being in Wiseguys, getting hit on by a drunk lady. Yes. Not even a hot drunk lady. That's the bad thing. She was like 50 years old and drunk out of her mind. Like, she must have been drinking before. But I made the mistake of going in. I was just happy to be there. And she said, "Oh, you're cute." And I think I said something about me being hot. She's like, "Oh, yeah, you are hot. Come here." And then I was like, "Yeah, smack my ass." That's what I said. I have an impulsive thing where I say things before I think about what I'm saying. There's no filter in my brain. So instantly she's like, "Oh, you're cute. Come here." I was like, "Yeah, smack my ass." And she was going to. And then I was like, "Oh fuck, I just made a big mistake." And then I ran into the showroom. And I was like, "Cool. That'll be the last time I see that drunk lady for the night, because that was a weird situation." And we both put ourselves in that weird situation, but I made a good decision to take myself out of that situation. I made a good decision to take myself out of that situation by running into the showroom and getting away from that 50-year-old drunk girl. And then it turns out she was doing a set at Wiseguys too, and apparently a lot of other people know her, and I don't want to go into the details, but apparently I've heard about a lady going up on stage a while ago and saying the N-word, which I'm not a fan of, and she was that lady. So yeah, it was good to be back at Wiseguys. I forgot exactly how many miracles of people that just walk this earth. You know, there's some people you just look at and you're like, how the hell have you made it this far? A miracle, man. That's the only thing that explains it. A miracle. That's how she's still alive and 50 years old? A miracle. I had to look up the definition to make sure I was right about if she was a miracle. Not a good one. Not all miracles are good. And she's not a good one. But yeah, it was good being back at Wiseguys. Did the set, went well. Talked to some people I haven't seen in a while. Hung out with a couple other. It's good being. I have a comedy group chat with my boys. They all look up to me, I think. If not, they probably don't. But I'm gonna say it because they're not here, so they all look up to me. You got Gray, the rock star, which. I'll plug his band on here, Charlatan. Great band. You could find them almost anywhere. But you got Gray, Bryce, JD, Mike, Matt, Tyson. All great dudes, but only got to talk to Bryce, JD, and Tyson last night. And it was good seeing them, and it was good seeing JD. He put on some weight. And he wasn't afraid to show it by wearing a extra small shirt on stage that he called his comedy shirt. But it was great. He did good. Everyone did good. And, it was good, but it was, like I said, it was definitely not the norm. And I hope one day we can get back to the norm, because I miss it, man. I miss all the people. I miss the crowds being big, and, not seeing people with face masks. And it definitely seemed like some people were still a little sketchy about stuff, which I get. And, it was cool. I saw some new faces, had a new comic. I don't know if he's a comic, but had a new guy come up to me and was talking to me, and, said that he's seen me go up on stage a few times before, and introduced him. And dude, I'm not a dick. Like, I'm friendly and I don't mind talking to people, but if I'm eating, I was hungry. I was fucking hungry. Don't let me eat my food. And if you're not my friend where I can just tell you to shut the fuck up, kind of just have some respect and see that I'm eating my food. But, in all seriousness, he seemed pretty cool, and he seemed kind of nervous and stuff. Seemed like he had the jitters, the little jitters. And I do want to, I felt bad because I eat chicken tenders and fries every time I go there. Amazing. They have the best chicken tenders I've ever had. So that's what I always get, chicken tenders and fries. Gotta eat. So I was eating my chicken tenders, and he asked me, he's like, what part of the chicken does the chicken tenders come from? And without even blinking or thinking, I just looked at him and said, "Oh God, please don't let this be part of your act." Oh God, please don't let this be a part of your act. And he was like, "No, man, I was just asking you if you knew, actually, I was being serious, if you knew what part of the chicken tenders came from. I was just curious." And I said, "Oh," and I continued eating my chicken tenders. Didn't even answer him. Tenderloins, I think, is what the chicken tender comes from. It makes sense to me. But yeah, I guess I came off a little dickish then, and I felt bad. But I was hungry, and, oh well, whatever. It happens. That's not the worst thing that probably happened to him, and maybe he won't ever talk to me again, which is good, because usually I'm eating when I'm there, so. But, it was fun, and this whole week's been comical, and I hope everyone else has had a good week. And, even if you had a bad week, just try not to think about the bads and try to think about what funny happened. And even the bad things can be funny. My whole life is full of bad things, but they're all funny to me. This is one funny thing that happened to me, and I've been thinking about it every single day because it just made me laugh so hard, the hardest I've laughed in a long time. I was talking to my grandma, and she was watching the news, and she's like, "Hey Blaze, did you see that KungFu is dead?" Huh? She's like, "Yeah, KungFu is dead." I was like, "What? I've heard hip hop is dead. I've heard stand up is dead during this time, but Kung Fu? Nah, haven't heard that one. Please tell me what is Kung Fu on the news dead?" And she's like, "Yeah, that supreme leader over North Korea, he's dead." I was like, "Oh, you mean Kim Jong-un?" Not Kung Fu. Kim Jong-un. Oh my God, that was the funniest thing I've had happen to me, because she wasn't doing a bit. It wasn't a comedy bit. She wasn't on stage with the mic. She should have been, because that was fucking hilarious. I was like, "Kim Jong-un," and she's like, "Yeah, that guy." I was like, "Okay." Anyways, turns out he's alive and well, so Kung Fu and Kim Jong-un are both alive and well. Actually passed by a Kung Fu place coming home today, and yeah, they were training. Kung Fu's not dead. Yeah, anyways, stuff like that you just gotta laugh at. How can you be in a bad mood when your grandma says Kung Fu is dead? That's it. I'm going to name this damn podcast, not this podcast, that'd be funny. But I'm going to name this episode Kung Fu is Dead just because of that. It's earned its respect. Oh, man. People, speaking of like doing the set last night, I talked about trying to join the Navy and getting denied and stuff, and I won't tell you the bit. You'll have to listen to it or come watch me. But it was a good bit, and the crowd really enjoyed it, and I got some compliments from the other comics about it, and yeah, it's hard. People ask you a lot when you're a comedian, and when people looking on the outside trying to look in, they ask you like, "How would you describe your comedy?" And when you're blindsided, you're kind of like, I just talk about my life. But you know what? I'm a tell you on this podcast, because if you're listening to this podcast, you deserve a definition. Let me go into the story really quick before it'll make sense once I'm done. So about 4 or 5 years ago, I used to live in Wyoming. Yeah, it still exists. Wyoming still exists. I know, I thought it was dead too. That was, I thought it died during the Western time, but no, it's still alive up there. And they're still shooting Westerns up there. But, I used to live in Wyoming, and, my uncle and a couple, he's married and stuff, and I have a buddy that I went to high school in Arizona that actually lives up there now. And, it was like 4th of July, and I was making money. I was working at the coal mine. Of course, I was living in Wyoming. So I was working at the coal mine, and I was making stacks every 2 weeks. Stacks. Had stacks coming into my bank account. So when 4th of July rolled around, what'd I do? I took a stack out and went and bought a bunch of fireworks. And I took them over to my uncle's house. Not all of them, but I took one of those packs that you light off that has like fucking 100 or 200 missiles in them, and you light them and they pew pew pew. They just fucking shoot off all quick. Well, we were in his backyard, and I was like, "Hey Charlie, we should light some off just real quick back here, just see what they do." So of course I grabbed those ones because I wanted to fucking see what the money was about that I spent on them. And it was, like I said, summertime in his backyard, so everything's dry, right? It wasn't a smart idea. And I told you, I don't make a lot of smart decisions. And so I lit those off, and it caused a fire. Yeah. They all went off, and we had probably 3 or 4 small fires going. So luckily, one of Charlie's friends, my uncle Charlie, had one of his friends, was smart and ran and grabbed a fire extinguisher. He came bolting out of the damn garage like Flash. So he starts, putting one fire out with the fire extinguisher. Me, I can't remember what I was doing. I was probably laughing. I should have been helping, but I'm pretty sure I was laughing. And my uncle, he's a real smart guy. He tries to put out some of the fires with his bare hands. That's smart. He was like, "Oh, there's a fire," and he literally grabbed it and just squeezed it in his hand. And what do you think happened? He got burnt. And when I was at the coal mine, I used to be, I was on the EMT team, so I had some medical training, and back then, I had my bag with me all the time. I was pretty proud of it back then, and had my medical bag with me all the time. And I remember when he had the burns on his hand, I had some burn cream in my bag, and was applying it to his hands and stuff. And it was a good time, and I still laugh about that to this day. And his wife was screaming at us, calling us, dipshits, and it was definitely fun. But the reason why I tell you that story is that's what my comedy is like, man. And girls. See, I'm gonna set this up for you. My comedy, when I'm up on stage doing my thing, looking good, delivering my jokes, my material is those fireworks. I'm the lighter, and I go up there with my lighter and my material, jokes, which are the fireworks. I light that fuse to those fireworks, which are my jokes. And once they start going off, pew, 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 pew. That's what it's like when I'm up on stage. And they're all going off, and the crowd is the dried out grass. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying it in just picture it. The crowd is the dried out grass, and then my material, the fireworks, they're going into the crowd, which is the dry grass, and they're just burning your guts, because when you're laughing so hard, you're getting an ab workout. And when you're getting an ab workout, your abs are on fire. And guess what? Then you got the rate staff, trying to keep you cool and trying to, when you get a little out of hand, because you're going to get out of hand when you're laughing so hard and your guts are on fire. And if you've never experienced my jokes, you're going to be like, what is happening? You might freak out at first because you've never had that type of sensation before. And they're there to put burn cream on you. And then at the end, it's all right. And then we all enjoyed it and look back on it and be like, that was actually a really fun time. And that's what my comedy's like. That's what my comedy is like. Now, if you haven't seen me, you want to come see me, right? I mean, it's fun. Stand up, in all seriousness, stand up is just a great time. And if you haven't, because I know there's a lot of people that I know that have never actually witnessed live stand up. They watch some of it on TV or whatever, and that's great too. Definitely watch it on TV, but there's nothing like experiencing good live comedy. I mean, there's nothing like it. Being in the room, feeling the energy from the comics, from the other people. If you haven't done it, do it. I really suggest it. And if you're around this area in Utah or Wyoming, definitely plan a trip to do Wiseguys. I mean, they book really good comedians all the time, a lot of famous ones. So just look on their website and try to find someone that you wanna see or you've seen on TV that you want to come, and definitely do it. I mean, seriously, it's amazing. It will change your life. And take a date. It's a good place to take a date and just have fun. I love comedy. I would be able to. I could live there. I love laughing. Like I told you in my last podcast, I don't like being serious all the time, and I would rather laugh than be serious. It's just who I am. But the one thing I don't, when you're out talking with people, being around a lot of people, is one thing I wish I could do. Is I love talking. That's why I do this podcast. That's why I like doing stand up. But the thing is, the reason why I like talking, when I'm doing stand up, unless you get hecklers, which you just Hulk smash them. And then if they're pretty, Hulk smash them. But when you're on stage, you're just talking and you got people listening. I love talking and I love people listening. I'm not a good listener. I'm gonna say it. I'm not. I don't like listening to people rant about stuff that's just meaningless to me. But that's why I like doing this podcast, is because I like talking, and now I got people listening, which is something I like. But I hate getting, and I'm sure a lot of people are like this, is when you're talking about something that's passionate to you, or just anything, usually when I'm talking, it's probably passionate to me. But I hate getting like negative remarks back that just, I don't. Now, I'm not saying like feedback that to help you get better or with stand up or just in life general, but I hate when people are just in shitty moods and you're like, hey, for instance, this didn't happen to me, but I'm just giving you an example. For instance, like, hey, did you see this happen, blah, blah, or did you see, this movie came out? And they're just like, oh, that movie's just shitty. Whoever sees that is just garbage, It's like, don't you just hate that? That's why I wish people were like a microphone. Not because you could speak into them, but because with this microphone I'm talking into right now, if it starts giving me a feedback that I don't like a or anything in the background, I unplug it. I just unplug it and it quits. It stops. I don't have to listen to it no more. Wouldn't that be awesome if you could just have a unplug button on, or just, unplug button on everyone? Just, oh yeah, sick of your shit, unplug. Oh, what? Like if you had a girlfriend or wife or whatever. Oh, you want me to take out the trash? Unplug. Can't hear you. They're just talking, but with their mouth moving, but no words coming out. Unplug. Oh, what? Unplug. Oh, you caught me. You caught me doing something. Oh, unplug. Oh, what? You broke something on the car? For something like that, maybe if you are in a bad relationship or you just want to break up with a girl, do like a self-destruct button. Oh, you crashed my new car. Self-destruct. Push it. Enter your little fucking, you have a fingerprint on them on the back of their neck. You just, anyways. I went too far with that one. But you guys get what I mean. Oh man. It's 7:30 at night right now. And I'm drinking a large coffee. I love it, dude. I've been drinking coffee every night. I go to bed with my heart beating. That's literally my heartbeat every time I'm going to bed. How do I sleep? Like a baby. Like a baby. I always don't get that saying, because you ever been around baby? They wake up every 2 or 3 hours in the night. You know? So it means like, oh, you slept like a baby? So you slept like shit, huh? Oh, you slept like a baby, you were up every 2 hours? Oh, man. Oh, you slept like a baby, shit your pants, and we're up every 2-3 hours? Fuck, dude. Man. Try melatonin. It's a natural thing to probably help you sleep better. Oh, no, I said I slept like a baby. I slept actually really good. Then why'd you say you slept like a baby? Because babies don't sleep that well. They're up all the night. Don't you ever see people with newborn babies? They look tired as hell because they were up all night, because their baby was up all night, so they didn't really sleep like a baby, because it just doesn't make sense. Where the fuck did that saying even came from? Slept like a baby. You know, I'm curious. What started that? Because I'm gonna do a fact check right now. Because whoever, slept like a baby, a metaphor that literally means a person slept personally throughout the night. How to sleep like a baby. To sleep very well. What the fuck? That makes no sense. Oh no. Maybe if you have a baby, you're probably like, oh, they actually sleep pretty good, Blaze. They actually sleep pretty good. I don't know. Wouldn't know, man. It just doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, fucking Rambling Rants. Hell yeah. Got me a new place, man. Pretty excited. Gonna be moving in Saturday. It's a fucking smart place, whatever they call it. Don't know what that. It's a smart apartment. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna make a studio in there. I'm gonna make a studio in there. It'll be fun. But yeah, dude, this week has been busy, and it's always good. I'd rather be busy than not busy. You know, work's been good. Been fucking making good money and doing the podcasting and doing fucking comedy, which that's a big one. Comedy is a big one that makes me fucking great. And going to get my daily coffee every day. And I drink coffee in the mornings and I drink coffee at night and in between. I'll drink coffee all day from sun up to sundown. I love coffee. I used to, you know what's weird is I used to never drink coffee. But I never saw what the deal was with coffee, and then I don't know. I just love it now. And like I said, I'll drink it from sun up. You know, people have their nightcaps. You know, they'll pour themselves a drink or whatever. I just pour me some espresso. That's my nightcap. Oh, just one shot of espresso and I'm gonna go to bed. Doesn't make sense, huh? But it works, and I sleep good. But I go to Coffee Bean, or not Coffee Bean. What the fuck? Where did I say Coffee Bean? Beans and Brew, because it's literally right by my house. It's like 5 minutes to get to, and it's my place. They got cool people that work in there. You know, they got a beautiful girl in there that makes my coffee exactly how I like it. Cream and sugar, a little bit of cream and sugar. Yeah, can I get that coffee, cream and sugar? And I think it was Sunday, last Sunday or last Saturday. I told my mom, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to Beans and Brew. You want anything?" And you know, we were, I don't know what we were doing, but I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to Beans and Brew. You want some coffee? I'm gonna get me my coffee." And she's like, "Yeah, ask them if they have a Dirty Earl." What? Yeah, it's a coffee. Ask them if they have a Dirty Earl. And at first I was like, a dirty girl? Nah, she seems pretty clean. No, a Dirty Earl. Dirty Earl. I was like, what? Do you want me to ask this? This ain't what kind of place do you think Beans and Brew is? What the hell is a Dirty Earl? So I had to Google it. And no shit, it is. There's a coffee drink. And I was like, I don't even know if I want to go through the drive-thru it. Because I'm there all the time, every day. Literally every day I'm basically there getting me my coffee. And you want me to just go through there and be like, "Yeah, you got a Dirty Earl?" And I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ask them if they have that there. But, you know, I felt bad. So when I was going through the drive-thru, I looked on the menu and I didn't see it. And I was like, I'm not going to ask them. I was like, "Can I just get my large coffee, cream and sugar, please?" And she's like, "Yeah, is that all you want?" I was like, I got to do it or else I'll feel like a piece of shit. I was like, "Yeah, do you guys make Dirty Earls?" And there's a pause. She goes, I don't think we have those here, sir." Oh, Blaze felt like a shitty person all of a sudden. I didn't feel like a shitty person, but I did feel fucking embarrassed. Oh, I should have just, after I said that, I should have just fucking drove through and didn't even pay for my order, didn't get my coffee, just drove through the drive-thru, went to a different Beans and Brew. That way I didn't have to show my face. But, you know what I did? I played it off. I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, my mom, you know, she's getting old, and she asked me if they had Dirty Earls. See, back in the 50s, they made Dirty Earls. And she's like, oh, I gotcha." I was like, "Yeah, I was just doing it to be nice." And then, you know, it's cool. Just give me my coffee. I'll just take my coffee and be on my way. And I told my mom, and you know, I was like, "Yeah, they don't have Dirty Earl." So if any of you know what that is, Beans and Brew does not have Dirty Earls, nor do they make Dirty Earls. Wouldn't that be funny if you went to Beans and Brew and there was a guy named there that his name was Earl, and he was like the dirty, stinky worker. So when you, just by chance, but you go in there and you're like, "Yeah, do you got Dirty Earl?" He's like, "Yeah, I got him right here. What do you want? Hey, Dirty Earl, come here. Someone wants you over the drive-thru. Come here." He's like, "Yeah, this is Dirty Earl. What could I help you with?" And you're like, "Oh fuck, oh shit." And then you just you gotta drive through then. Just fucking can't order then. Oh god, that made me laugh too. I got a funny family. They all should do stand-up. I'm probably the least funny one. I just watch them and I get cracked up. But it's all good. I don't mind getting embarrassed. I did when I ordered that though. When I asked for Dirty Earl, I thought I was like at a strip club getting like something nasty, like, you know, like that'd be something you'd order at like a strip club, like called Exotic Kitty. That's the place you go into. You go into a strip club called Exotic Kitty, which there is a place here in Utah. I've been there, and you just go in there. "Yeah, can I get Dirty Earl?" That'd make more sense. Not a coffee place. Oh my God. Good times though. In my last podcast, I talk about, that I didn't really have a purpose for this, or my last podcast, my last episode, that I didn't really have a purpose for this podcast. I just wanted to have fun, and I just wanted other people to have fun with me. Well, I had people kind of tell me, well, Blaze, if you don't have a purpose behind things that you do, you're just kind of running around aimlessly. You need to have a purpose in life, and when you do something, you need to have a purpose. Oh, do I? Some things you just don't need to have a purpose. And when I say I don't have a purpose, doesn't mean I don't have a purpose in life. Doesn't mean I don't have a purpose with my stand-up. Doesn't even mean I don't have a purpose with my job or anything else I do. If there's just one thing I don't want to have a purpose in, that's fine. And to anyone else, it's fine. It's all good. You don't have to have a purpose in anything. That's like you hit something off the table, a glass. You hit a glass off the table, break it, and you're like, wasn't an accident. I had a purpose behind doing that. I don't know what, but there was a purpose. Or you wreck your car. There was a purpose for this. Don't know what it was, but I know there's going to be a purpose for it. That's what I'm gonna start saying. If I mess up on anything. I spilt the milk. Can't wait to find what the purpose behind this was. I bet it's a good one. This is gonna take forever to clean up. The purpose better pay off. I'm just talking shit. But no, that's basically all this podcast is about. Is just having fun. And like I said, guys, I love the feedback I got off the last episode, and I hope you, if you listen to the first one, I hope you listen to this one and just keep enjoying it. And I know that mechanic I called a ginger cunt, which obviously was just not in a rude way. He is a ginger cut, and he's a cool dude, and he really liked the podcast. And there's this other guy named Luke. He's the other mechanic. He was a shop bitch, and now he graduated into being, I think he's going to soon be a field mechanic. And he's a guy. I don't know what else to say about him yet, because I haven't hung out with him too much. But he's cool. Everyone's cool. You gotta, when you're working, man, you gotta be able to. I'm literally 27 and have the energy of a 13-year-old. And that's before the coffee. The coffee just keeps me going throughout the day. I don't even feel the effects of coffee. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm just like that. But you gotta, when you're working, you gotta be able to have people that let you be yourself. And that I've worked in places where people are just serious and grumpy, and it's just like, you can't, if you're that way, cool, but it's not for me, and I can't be around people like that. I like to surround myself with people that can joke and have fun, and I am lucky enough to have that with my job now. All of them joke around with me, and we have fun. Just yesterday, before Wiseguys, I was swinging on an excavator with the mechanic. If you don't know what an excavator is, you could type it in on Google. But I mean, we were having fun. Could have got hurt, yeah. I was swinging over. He was swinging me over a ditch, and there was rocks at the bottom, and this was tapping in the thing because I got my truck stuck, and my toe hurt, so I didn't want to walk all the way around. So I told him just to swing me with the excavator over the ditch. Sketchy, yeah. Was it fun? Yeah. And you got to be able to just have fun like that. And if you're in a place that you can't do that, dude, it will mentally drain you. I've been there, and that's when I just keep looking for my outlets, man. And it's great. Anyways, that's all I had to say about my job anymore. But yeah, give me some feedback on things you wanna think would be a good fit for this podcast. I'm always open for things, man. And like I said, this is my first solo podcast, and I think it's just gonna be good for me, just doing it alone. I love doing things alone. That kind of sounded creepy, but you get what I mean. And yeah, gonna be moving into that new place this week, and that's why I wanted to record this podcast tonight. Am I feeling a little tired? Yeah. Am I trying to keep my energy up for this podcast, for this episode? Yeah. Dude, I almost got frustrated. I almost didn't even record this episode tonight because when I first started, I deleted all my fucking files and had to redo my intro and outro music and do the vocal thing. Frustrated? Yeah. Little bit. And then you know what I tell myself? Blaze, don't get frustrated. You know it doesn't do anything. Just work it out, man. And you know what? I do that a lot. I get frustrated and I tell myself, hey, man. You gotta have that conversation with yourself. Hey, man, don't get frustrated. Just work it out. What's that song? Walk it out. Walk it out. But work it out. Now work it out. That's what I was doing. Working things out. And I'm delivering you this episode tonight. Yeah. But anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. This is Thursday. Tonight's Thursday, so I might release it tonight, or I'll release it Friday morning. But like I said, from what I'm doing right now is I'll probably release these. Like I said, definitely every week, but no set date. Most likely, as it's going right now, will be towards the end of the week, which I have to try to mix that up. But yeah, I like I said, I love all of you, and glad we're in this relationship together, and we're gonna keep rambling about rants. I'm gonna keep rambling about rants, and until next week.